Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em. These niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind harder. Coming out the bed, going straight to the bottom. The crowd, the practicing, y'all. I'ma have it next week. I've been practicing the whole song. I've been playing it, everything. How y'all doing? This is for P Valley. The review, season 2, episode 9, and still no renewal. I'm worried, you guys. I really am. I know everybody is just like, no, it's gonna do well. They're gonna pick it up. People are watching, but we don't. 9 episodes and we still. Okay, I'm not even going. But I'm gonna be really disappointed if they don't renew it. Anyway, you guys, sorry this is coming late. I have been really, this weekend, I know y'all be like, every week Roxanne got an excuse, but y'all, this weekend, like, we didn't get to celebrate Mister's birthday and our anniversary last week because I had to go to LA for the funeral. So we decided to do it this week, and everything just ran longer than I thought it was. It was a whole lot of celebrations. It was a whole lot. And so we had a little staycation because we were supposed to go out of town, and then we couldn't go out of town. And so we just did a little staycation here and everything. But yeah, the weekend, we was busy, child. So today I thought I was going to be able to get this done this morning before work. Couldn't get it done. Work has been a bitch all day. And I just got off, so now I'm trying to get this done so I can get this. I'm determined to get this shit up on Monday. I don't give a fuck what time it's gonna be, okay? And it's gonna do terrible for my analytics, but I just can't. Anyway, you guys, how y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Okay, good. The review. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, rock stars. So it seems that see, now we can't start like this. Is that the mail lady? Blue, can you please stop the barking? Okay? Stop the barking. I know. Get down, please. Thank you. All right. All right, you guys. So like I said, Andre is changing the angle now. Okay? Remember, he was trying to do it the straight-laced way, but I guess once he saw what happened with Patrice Woodbine and how, let's just call him the blue-collar worker, would be supportive of Patrice, maybe that's the way that he needs to appeal to him. So he's got the strippers in his corner. You guys know that he has Autumn. Autumn is at the helm of his campaign. And so remember last week when she called her girls, okay, well, they've been working it out for Andre, and it seems like it's working. Andre got that stripper magic. And he gonna be the second black mayor of Chucalissa to follow after his godfather. Now we think that Andre got it in the bag, but maybe not so fast, because who pulls up in they truck in the back in the trailer with a pole and they swinging on the pole, child? Patrice Woodbine. I said, Pastor Patrice. She is a fucking mess. Listen, didn't she tell us she hold for Chucalissa so they can fly? Okay, well, you know what? She's showing her strengths on this here pole, all right? And she's telling the people how she's there for him. You know, Andre ain't the one that's gonna be her. Do you know that these people tried to give her $40,000 to drop out the race? But oh no, honey, not Patrice Woodbine, okay? She found a better use for it, all right? And she put her money in them, the gold guns that shoot out the money for the strippers. Okay, she got 2 of those, and she's shooting them up in the air for all of the, you know, the people in Chucalissa who actually need this money. All right. So Andre, Corbin, and Autumn are watching, and actually Autumn is kind of tickled about the whole thing. Like, look at that, Corbin, your money getting put to good use. Andre was like, I thought she dropped out of the race. Why you thought that? What's wrong with Andre? He's so fucking naive. While she's on the news. Now, while she's on the news, we got grandmother Ernestine in the hospital, who actually, they have the channel on all of this fool of fucking niggotry, but Grandma Ernestine is not doing well. You know, she's fighting the staff. She doesn't want to drink any water. She doesn't, you know, so she's out of sorts. Now, While all this is going on, we see Clifford and Murder having sex in the house. You know, you had a little midday quickie. While they in the middle of it, the phone rings and, you know, Uncle Clifford jumps up and is like, hello, hello, is this a hospital? No, somebody's selling some skunk to turn or some shit like that. So then she finishes on the phone and she was just like, you know, I should not be fucking you. My grandmother is in the hospital fighting for her life and here I am with you with this. Okay, and he was like, your grandmother, I understand, would want you to have some morning sausage. I was like, ooh, stop it, Blue. Anyway, Murder, you know, he's the cook. He didn't fix Uncle Clifford some breakfast. You know, how you cook your grits? Well, that nigga said sugar and butter. I said, oh, just when I thought you was perfect. Sugar in the grits is an absolute no-no. Okay, cream of wheat, yes. Grits, salt and pepper, please. Cheese, thank you. Where these motherfuckers come from. Uncle Clifford is feeling away because, well, she knows that this is about to come to an end, okay? Murder's got to go on tour. Well, we think that Murder might go on tour with Tina Snow. You know, how does it feel to be a big time celebrity? And, you know, Murder was just like, it's just not what I thought it would be, you know? If people don't really know you, think they act like they think they know you, and it's just, you know, the whole thing is fake to Lil Murder. And, you know, Uncle Clifford was just like, don't be trying to, you know, don't lose yourself trying to prove yourself to other people. Let the mailman go by. Okay, she gone. She gone. Okay. Anyway, Lil Murder was just like, you know what? If that's the case, maybe I need to just go on and leave from here now. Okay, but of course, Lil Murder don't want to. And Uncle Clifford, before he can get to talking too much, Uncle Clifford was like, listen, I already knew that this was coming to an end. I knew it was a fantasy. I knew it wasn't gonna last. Don't worry about me. Okay, I need to get used to being by myself anyway, because it's clear that, you know, he thinks, well, she thinks that her grandmother is not gonna make it, you know, with this COVID situation. So as far as she's concerned, she about to be all by herself. Lil Murder was just like, you know what? I know Ernestine is a fighter. She gonna push through, okay? And as far as the club, you know what? Maybe they'll get some good news. I mean, we got, you know, the reopening and we got the election, okay? All of this is coming up. So, you know, depending on how the referendum goes, it's either gonna be good news or bad news. Now, jumping over to Haley in Mississippi, Keyshawn. So Keyshawn is talking to Autumn and telling her how she got the passports and she got everything situated. Derek ended up getting a damn job. Imagine that. So he's gonna be gone tonight. She's gonna have the babies spend the night at her sister's house, so he won't be trying to look for the kids while she's at work. And, you know, so as soon as she finishes, get her little shit from the door or whatever, she on the road. Autumn was like, girl, I'm right behind you. Okay, where are you going? She was like, don't you wish you knew? Keyshawn was just like, why don't you just stay in Chucalissa? You know, but Autumn was just like, no, Chucalissa ain't for her. She hitting the road. Now, depending on how this referendum go, she either gonna be a rich bitch tomorrow or she gonna be a broke fool. She's willing to roll the dice and she just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, Autumn is out. She was just like, what is Clifford gonna do? And Autumn was just like, girl, you need to worry about yourself and don't worry about Uncle Clifford. Uncle Clifford gonna be just fine. So she leaves out of the room talking to Autumn and goes into the next room and Diamond is in there. And of course, you know, it's awkward because these two are madly in love with each other, but they can't be together because of the shit that has happened in the past. So when she sees him, you know, she kind of walks up to him and, you know, she was just showing him that she still has on the necklace that he gave her, you know, the little talisman or whatever you want to call it. And she was telling him how it still works. You know, it helps the princess in the castle or whatever. Okay. And right when it looked like these two was getting, you know, pretty close in the conversation, and here come Big Bone. Okay. Hey, Diamond. All right. Are you almost finished with those wings? Because Keyshawn might be thirsty, but I'm hungry. I was like, uh-oh. Big Bone about to be a problem. But anyway, back to the pink, the business of opening this club. Okay, we got rehearsals. And of course we got Mississippi and Mercedes is back in the house. And then, you know, we have Roulette and Whisper that's been holding it down all this time. So everybody is up on the pole. Everybody is doing their thug thizzle except for Mercedes. Child, look a mess. Just a hot ass mess. And you know, Uncle Clifford is up there first looking at her and just like smiling like, yes, that's my girl. But as time is going on, it's getting worse and worse. Uncle Clifford is just like, ooh, oh, oh. You know, like, oh my God, get her down. Them little sounds that Uncle Clifford be making cracks me up. Anyway, she come flying down off the pole and shit. And Roulette was just like, girl, you waited too long to get back on the pole. After you fell off the pole, you should have got back on. Now, you know you can't talk to Mercedes. Like, you can't talk to Mercedes, period, because the bitches just can't tankerous. Because the bitches just came tankerous and mad all the time. She was like, what did you say to me? And she was just like, girl, your ass is having a hard time up on that pole. Okay, just make sure you stay clear of me, because ain't nobody trying to lose their damn life when some old ass bitch come flying down off the pole. That Mercedes was so upset. That Mercedes was like, you wish you could be up on that pole like me. And she was just like, bitch, ain't nobody trying to be up there with your old ass gray hair pussy. I was like, so fucking disrespectful. That Roulette is funny as hell though. They're also doing work around the house. So you might hear that in the background as well. Mercedes was like, bitch, I will fuck you up. I don't know. You know, Roulette was just like, oh, so you want to play a little Russian roulette with me? Yeah, bitch, I'll play Russian roulette with you anytime. I said, girl, maybe you won't. Because I think she means this literally. Anyway, Autumn is just like, Mercedes, your shoulder is still not healed. You cannot do the moves. You need to be a base. Girl, I wish I would be a fucking base for any of these bitches up in here. Okay? And then Uncle Clifford comes in and was like, listen, we all need to be there and work together, you know, trying to give the old rah-rah speech and all. Honey, ain't nobody trying to hear it. At least Mercedes ain't. All right? Ego broken. Pride gone. All of that. Clifford's like, yeah, we need to be safe and we need to try to get this money. Well, Mercedes was like, y'all can do that shit without me. So she go and tear up her poster that's up, and she go rushing out. So Uncle Clifford chases her out. And, you know, she's upset. She was just like, I can't bust it like I used to. All right. I should have left this fucking place 5 years ago. Like, I am really expired. And she looked at Uncle Clifford and she was just like, tell a bitch the truth. Like, Mississippi is better than I am, right? And, you know, Uncle Clifford was just like, listen. Sometimes you just got to learn how to dream new dreams, okay? Because Uncle Clifford, I think, is coming to the realization that she might lose this club. And you know what? It's time to just move on. The reality is Autumn is going to get rid of that place. It's had all of the memories and everything, but the memories don't mean the same to Autumn. So Uncle Clifford, I think, is like, you know, just like what I got to do, you got to do too, which is start dreaming new dreams. As Mercedes was like, it sounds like you talking to yourself, you know, as well. Well, that's because she is. So Uncle Clifford, you know, like, girl, get yourself together. And Uncle Clifford goes back into the club. So then Mercedes gets a text message from the wife. Okay, and she wants Mercedes to come up to Memphis. So she goes to Memphis and she walks into an art gallery, it looks like, and she sees all of these pictures of just herself all over displayed in the gallery. Okay, she is the subject of said gallery. All right, Mercedes up on the stage, up on the pole. Remember when the wife took the pictures of her? Okay, well, this is what the wife has based her newest venture on. So, you know, when Mercedes is looking, the wife walks up and was like, do you like what you see? And, you know, Mercedes is just in awe, like, look at me up there. And Mercedes is just so speechless. And she was just like, that's what art does to you. You know, it takes you places. All right, Mercedes was like, you know what? I started not to come today because of the shit. The last time that they were together, it didn't go all that well. And, you know, the wife was like, I feel bad about what happened and everything, but you will be glad to know that the wife and the coach are breaking up. I said, girl, maybe you can go get the coach. I'm just kidding. You know, she filed for divorce because I guess she's not been able to live her best life and everything. So Mercedes helped her get to this point. You know, Mercedes is telling her how she's changed. She's not able to do a lot of the stuff anymore. She had to shift her weight, you know, and she hasn't been able to, you know, get it under control or whatever. And the lady was just like, girl, don't worry, you are still awesome. Okay. As a matter of fact, wifey still want to fuck Mercedes. And Mercedes was like, no, that was business. Okay, maybe a little bit of pleasure. But yeah, we ain't gonna make a habit of this, wifey. I was like, the wife is so crass. Are you gonna fuck me again? Well, I might have if you would have asked me nicely. Nobody want you to be coming up to me saying no shit like that. What the fuck I look like? So I was just like, okay, wifey, I don't think it's gonna happen for you. I don't think it's gonna happen for you, girl. And the wifey, you know what? She accepts it. There's plenty more puss out there to be had. So, you know, she tells Mercedes to enjoy the rest of the exhibit. But anyway, back at the Pink. So Big Bone is looking at a picture lovingly of her and Diamond on her phone. And, you know, she's just paying attention to that. So she's walking and she accidentally bumps into Mississippi. And it was interesting to see the two of them together. You know, Big Bone with this bright, hot pink hair. And then we have Mercedes with the soft light pink hair. Okay, I think it was like showing that both of these girls, you know, this is the softened version, this is the hardened version, the bitch that don't take no shit. And then we got Mississippi over here who is just so delicate and like a flower, and Diamond always got to be taken care of or whatever. So that was what I got in the parallels of this hair. Anyway, she bumps into Mississippi and she was just like, watch where the fuck you going. And Mississippi was like, I ain't see you. And she was like, I don't know why you didn't. I said, I don't know why she didn't either with that big ass booty you got. I mean, how do you not see that? Anyway, child, how about what the child named Big Bone knows about Mississippi leaving? She was like, good thing you leaving tonight. And Mississippi was like, why you think that? And she was just like, yeah, these walls, they got ears and eyes, okay, and mouths apparently, because honey, they be talking. So Big Bone knows the secret, which is a definite problem, okay? Because by the end of this episode, I was like, Big Bone it's gonna be called Derek. Okay? We got to spoil this plan, but we'll get to that later. And then, child, right after Autumn was talking to Mississippi, girl, all of a sudden this child gets nauseous. She rushes to the bathroom. You see how gross that toilet was? I was like, ain't no way I'm getting my face anywhere close to that. It was all brown on the inside. Anyway, she runs to the bathroom and throws up. I was like, now don't tell me this bitch pregnant. But sure enough, Whisper come around the corner and is like, are you ready for twins? I said, not twins. This girl ain't going nowhere. But it's time for the reopening of the Pink. Okay, and people is showing up. It's a long ass line outside. The folks is coming. The girls is there. Uncle Clifford goes to the dressing room and told the ladies that they need to get their pussies ready because we gonna be out there on this floor and we fixing to work it. When she walked in that room, she heard some coughing. She was like, who was that coughing? Okay, bitch, we is in the middle of a pandemic. We already at 50%. This bitch is about to be on our necks. And you got the nerve to have somebody up in here coughing. Who's coughing? She come around the corner and there go Toy. She was like, Toy, if y'all get your black ass up out of this damn club, I done already told you, you cannot dance here no more. Okay, you the one that got my damn grandmother sick over there in the hospital. You know, she was just like, oh, how's your grandmother, by the way? She said, funny you should ask. Okay, she's dying. Everybody was just like... And then Uncle Clifford was so upset. She was just like, if you don't get your ass out of here, and I'm talking about right now. Okay, Toy is just like, I didn't do it. I didn't give her COVID. Okay, yes, you probably did, Toy. But it don't really matter because Uncle Clifford thinks that you did. So, girl, you ain't dancing at the Pink tonight. So Uncle Clifford throw her out, and then somebody else do a little coughing. She was like, who is that? Who is that is coughing? She was gonna fuck him up. She was like, who was that? And they were like, the girl was like, oh, that's me. I'm sorry, little spit went down the wrong pipe. Uncle Clifford was like, do not play with me today, okay? Anybody up in here sick, y'all asses is going. She was like, cough one more cough. Cough one more time. This bitch is up in there strangling, trying to make sure they don't cough. Anyway, one of the girls shows Uncle Clifford how Murder's on social media talking about it's fixing to go down at the Pink tonight. It's going to be him. It's going to be Tina Snow. And Uncle Clifford was like, wait a minute, what? This is not what we discussed. Ain't nobody said nothing about no damn Tina Snow coming up here. We already at 50% capacity. Like, how we gonna do this? Next thing you know, Murder and Tina Snow get there. Okay, full fur. She got on this big white big white fur. He's got on this big red fur. Okay, they big Willie style jewelry draped. You know, she got on her little bathing suit or whatever the hell, stripper wear, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, they get there. The people is cheering. Everybody's excited. Tina Snow, Lil Murder, like, this is it. Now, the gang is over there watching, and they mad, you know, so they watching, and they about to be a problem. We already know this. So anyway, they get inside, and Uncle Clifford was like, Lil Murder, can I talk to you for a second? And so Lil Murder kind of steps to the side with Uncle Clifford, but he's like real up close on Uncle Clifford. And Uncle Clifford was like, you don't back the fuck up right now, I'm gonna suck your dick right here. Let me tell you, that was the fucking funniest line, really, I think, of almost the whole season. That shit was so funny. You know how it is when they be looking real good right up on you, nigga. You better back up. You done fuck the shit out of you. Anyway, you know, Uncle Clifford was like, listen, Lil Murder, I don't want another murder night tonight. Lil Murder is just like, I'm never gonna be able to live that down, huh? No, you probably won't. That was quite the shit happening. The pink ain't been the same ever since. So anyway, while they standing there pretty close with each other, then here comes Tina Snow like, Murder? Like, where you at? Okay. And she got the full female pimp voice going on like, hey, we gonna do this song right now. Come on right now. We gonna do this song. You ready to drive the boat? You ready to drive the boat? Okay. I was just like, you know, the whole rapper girl sound that they do, that Meg Thee Stallion do. So anyway, she about to pour the drink in Lil Murder's mouth, and honey, Uncle Clifford snatched that like, bitch, enough of this shit. Uncle Clifford was like, thank you for driving the boat down here and everything, you know. We got some girls here, you know, the strippers start walking by, you know, Tina Snow was just like, oh shit, you got some bad bitches up in here. Like, okay, it's fixing to really be on. Well, Uncle Clifford's gonna let y'all get to y'all rehearsal. Y'all know y'all gotta make sure the sound check and everything is okay. Because Uncle Clifford got business to take care of. And then old girl that sells the clothes for the strippers, she was like, you got a customer that's waiting in the Paradise Room. And Lil Murder was just like, since when you got customers? And she was just like, you know anything about the Paradise Room, you know it'll turn many a nigga out. All right. And she walk off, and honey, that Lil Murder is looking like, bitch, I know you ain't fixing to go in there and do something with something. I was like, that Murder was jealous. Child, but you know, Tina was like, come on, let's go. Uncle Clifford goes to the Paradise Room, and there's Corbin. Okay? And child, Corbin is needing to get his ass whooped, because remember, that was his fetish. That was the reason why he used to come to the Pink. And Uncle Clifford was just like, you know, you used to come to the Pink and we would do this and it would be fine and everything. You the one messed everything up. You messed up this whole relationship. You know, you trying to sell the club, you trying to get the land and all of that. But Corbin was just like, no, I need this. Okay. And Corbin got $250,000 for Uncle Clifford to whoop his ass. At least that's what he said. I was just like, did I miss something? Because, honey, now I'll whip your ass for half of that. Bitch, 125 and I'm yours. Okay, however you want it. A black eye, a busted lip, nigga, whatever. So Uncle Clifford was like, oh, you got money to burn. And Corbin was like, yeah, I got money to make. All right, so we're going to get this gold-plated whipping utensil, this whipping apparatus, and go on and beat his ass. At the same time, we see Toy outside, she crying. Okay, and Whisper trying to console her. And Roulette walk up, and she was just like, what's the matter, Toy? And, you know, Toy was just like, Uncle Clifford won't let me dance, and I'm about to get evicted, and my car note is due, and blah, 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 you know. And Roulette was like, dang, you ain't even do nothing except almost, you know, kill her grandmother. Like, you know, why Uncle Clifford tripping, you know? And she was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And, you know, Whisper was just like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And then Roulette just go on and pulls out this wad of money, and she hands it to Toy, you know. And Toy looked up at her and was just sort of like, what is this? And then she was just like, that's your pay. Okay. And she was like, my pay? And she was like, yeah, you know, you can come work for Roulette. And you can get money like that all the time. You know, Whisper's like, you know, Roulette take care of me. She'll take care of you too. All right. And I was just like, oh, so Roulette is about to have a full-blown prostitution ring running out of the pink? Child, between Big L and Roulette, honey, fixing to run that shit into the ground, right? Roulette was like, girl, there's plenty more where that came from. You need to come on and, you know, leave the chicken dinner, get with the winner. Now, inside the pink, Andre is there as well. Because remember, Andre has now got the stripper magic behind him. That's part of his campaign and everything. So what better way to spend the night before election day but in front of the people that support you at the pink? So Andre motherfucking Watkins gets up on the mic and, you know, he thanked the people and he gonna be this and that for Chuckalisa and whatnots. After he finished talking, Autumn is so proud of him. He tries to kiss her and she was just like, oh, no, you can't be kissing me, you know, in front of all of these people. I'm the mistress. Remember, you still married, okay? Let's get out of here. Let's go back to the place. You know, I got something to tell you. I was like, girl, you just gonna spring it on him that he got twins on the way? I guess. I forgot to tell you guys that Andre had mentioned to her that she should lease instead of selling the pink. Well, it's funny you should say that because it looks like she gonna be staying around for a spell with these two little babies in her stomach. Child, it's a whole bunch going on in the damn pink. So Roulette goes into the pink, okay, because remember, she gonna be dancing. And White Boy is there, you know, the one that runs the drugs and the 18-wheeler or whatever. And he was just like, you never came back to the chop shop. Okay, had me waiting and thinking that you was coming back. You ain't never really came back or nothing. I see you bought you some jewelry with the money, I guess. And like, where you been? You know, he's sweating her pretty hard. And she finally him up against the wall like, nigga, you don't know me. Don't be trying to check me and tell me where I've been and what I've been doing and all of that. He was like, damn, I'm just asking where you been. It ain't like that. I'm not trying to check you or anything. You know, he's interested in Roulette. All right, so she loosened her hand, but they still real close up on each other. And he was just like, oh, so you all business and no pleasure. Okay, like what pleases you? And he kind of have his hand kind of going down her stomach, like right at the top part of her pants or her panties or whatever. And he got his hand just sitting there. She was just like, oh, so you big and bad, then go on and do what you got to do. Well, honey, he put his hand down in there and child, I mean, the way she was gasping and everything, I was like, oh, the finger bang right there in the middle of the damn club. I mean, I guess it's a strip club, it don't matter. But honey, she looked like she enjoyed old White Boy just a little bit, just a little. But damn it, we got a show to put on, right? So Uncle Clifford go into the pink and introduces Tina Snow and Mississippi, okay? And so the people is all going wild, you know, here come Tina Snow and she doing her rapping or whatever. She get up on the stage and then here come Mississippi and Mississippi is up there on the stage as well. All right, so the people is enjoying Mississippi. You know how mesmerizing it be up there. And Mercedes is actually down in the crowd and she's just looking up at Mississippi and she's proud of her. You know, she's kind of smiling at Mississippi. Mississippi catches her eye and kind of smiles at her too. Like, this is where home is for Mississippi. Also, she know that she fixing to get the hell on and be safe, her and her kids. Like, she's happy. Like, this is what she wanted. But Mercedes being down there in the crowd, you know, Maine was like, why you not up there on the pole? And she was like, sometimes a bitch just want to appreciate the art. Okay, so she just looking up there like, wow, that really is special. I was sad though. I was like, dang, Mercedes. I mean, are we not going to have Mercedes up on the pole no more? Like, what is the show going to be without her? I mean, I'm sure Mississippi will still be around and everything, but we, you know, I'm not quite ready to let Roulette and Whisper, even though they good at what they do too. I'm not really quite ready. I don't like their characters as much as I like Mississippi and Mercedes, but anyway. While Mississippi is up there dancing and Tina Snow introduces Murder. So he out there, Tina and Murder's rapping, right? Everything is getting crunk. Everything is a good time until your homeboys, gang over there, they start fighting. All right. And of course, niggas always mess up something. So then here go Murder got to jump in because they jumped up on the stage as if they was coming for murder. All right. So this all is pandemonium, and of course it reminds us of what happened at the end of season 1 on murder night and how much of a mess that was. Okay, people was running, fighting, murders like motherfuckers can't have nothing. Niggas always gotta mess up stuff, but they all fighting. And we got Mississippi down on the floor just with her hands over her head because, when shit comes down like this, she just loses, she gets afraid and she doesn't know what to do. So she's just kind of huddled down on the floor, and then here come Diamond, dun, 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 saving the day. All right, Diamond got his gun, honey. He got his mask on. He get Mississippi, and he pulls her just like what happened last season. He pulls her to the side, takes her over, and was just like, "Are you okay? Are you good?" And she was just like, "Yeah." He's just standing there looking at her, and then she kisses him. And I was like, "Finally, okay, girl, you didn't almost let the good man slip through your fingers, except." There's a little problem called Big Bone who happens to be watching this. And the way that she was looking at that picture of Diamond earlier, I'm willing to bet that she's not happy seeing this. All right. I said, yeah, Big Bone is really going to be a problem. Like I said, Big Bone about to get Derek on the phone. But anyway, while Mississippi is kissing Diamond, he kind of wrapped up in it at first, but then he kind of comes to his senses and he stops. And she was just sort of like, kind of looking like, I'm sorry. And he was just like, no, Mississippi, like, okay, I'm involved with somebody. Like, you can't just come back in here doing all of this. Okay. So he walks off, but it was too late because Big Bone saw all of that. So anyway, Uncle Clifford is pissed, right? They go to the back room and Uncle Clifford got murdered back there and Big L. And Uncle Clifford was just like, I told you I did not fucking want another murder night. And of course, murder is in that whole mode, okay? Full street mode. Like, did you see them niggas try to get up on stage and try to come up on me? Like, no, these motherfuckers not about. I'm about to show them really what it is, okay? What time it is. Like, he gonna kill another one of their homeboys. And she was just like, is that what I helped you cover up the other night when you came to my house? And Lil Murder was just like, no, that's not what happened that night. Okay, and I can't promise you nothing on any other nights, but I didn't kill nobody that night. So Uncle Clifford was just like, Lord, this is what happens when you be trying to be with these street niggas. That's why I never was able to do the drug deal. I had drug dealer girlfriend tendencies, but I never was able to follow through because this shit right here, man, that'd have had my nerves bad. Okay, so anyway, Uncle Clifford was just like, I'm gonna have to let you borrow Diamond to go for security when you go on tour with Tina Snow, because I can't have you out there with all of this. And, Lil Murder, of course, like, I'm going to be all right. I don't need no security. You know how it is. What you was going to do with Teak? I guess Teak was, was fringe benefits, was able to have sex with Teak as well. But, no, I think you need Diamond. But anyway, Murder, I'm on my own security, pissed off, kicking shit over, storm out the room. So then Uncle Clifford, pissed off too, kicks a box. And when she kicks the box, it opens up and some of the drugs fall out. And she picked that up like, what the fuck is this? I said, go find Big L. Go find Big L. So she goes in the room where Big L is sitting there having a drink and a smoke or whatever. And she just throws the bag at the wall. And so then Big L was like, can you excuse us so I can talk to Uncle Clifford? Who was even in there? I don't even remember who was in there. But they leave. And Uncle Clifford was like, I told you I didn't want no parts of that shit. I don't want no drugs up in my club. We ain't a part of that life. I have seen drugs ruin lives, ruin families, ruin neighborhoods. Okay, I don't want a part of that shit, and neither should you. Okay, Big L was just like, look, we gonna be making money from this. And Uncle Clifford's like, I don't give a fuck what we making from this. We are not doing this. I don't want this shit in my club. Big L was just like, you know what? You a bitch being run by another bitch. Okay. And Uncle Clifford take a little pause and he was just like, Autumn is going to sell this fucking club right up from underneath you. The whole empire about to slip between your fingers. Uncle Clifford was like, you a snake. And Big L was like, oh, I'm the last snake that you got in your garden. Redbone going to sell this place and you ain't going to have shit to show for it. And Uncle Clifford was like, you know what, Big L, you fired. And Big L was like, yo, you going to fire me after everything that I done? Nigga, yes, because drugs is serious. Okay, and you can't be mad at Uncle Clifford for not wanting to do some major time in jail because your ass feel like they need to make a few extra dollars. No. Okay, so he was just like, well, fuck it then. Okay, fuck it then. Go on then. Go on, Big L, because I wasn't feeling Big L still from last season when the nigga ran. So, bye. So anyway, as soon as Big L get out of there, Uncle Clifford, if he ain't having an already bad enough day, he get a phone call. And I was just like, oh my God. And, and of course, everything kind of get a little woozy. And Uncle Clifford was like, hello, is this the hospital? Oh my God, is this about my grandmother? And then they just don't show Uncle Clifford no more. And I was just like, oh my God, y'all, Ernestine, is she going to be dead next episode? Y'all, we ain't gonna be able to take it. We ain't gonna be able to take it. Anyways, Mercedes finds Murder. Murder's just sitting off to the side. Remember, kind of reminds me of last season too, when he's just sitting listening to music on his iPod or whatever. And Mercedes walks up. And she was just like, you good? And he was like, them niggas had his nerves bad. I was like, I know exactly what you mean, Murder. You got to get his head straight. So Mercedes was just like, look at you. I mean, when I first met you, you was just a little old, basic ass trap hood rapper. And now you big time up here with Tina Snow and everything. Like, shit, so much has changed for everybody from last season. He was just like, why you not dancing? She just basically tells him that she's scared of falling. Okay, long story short. And, he tell her like, shit, I don't know why you scared. Like, you had command of that place, your big ass booty, the way that it beat with the, go with the beat. And he's telling her all this stuff. First, you thinking that he's just being like an ass or saying something smart. And he was just like, no, I'm serious. Like, you and the music is like something that, is like art, seeing these two together. Like, you supposed to be up on that pole, basically, is what Lil Murder was trying to tell her. Like, you are Mercedes. This is a big ass deal. So he telling her how fantastic she is and everything. She was like, oh, I thought Keyshawn was your girl now. And he was just like, Keyshawn is good too, but you still Mercedes, okay? As a matter of fact, he still got respect for Mercedes. He still want to hear, her opinion on some music. And she was just like, I might hurt your feelings. And he was like, I'm a big boy. I could take it. Go on and listen to this. Okay, so she put the little headphones on. This music ain't quite ready for everybody just yet, but let me know what you think. So outside, it's a lot of pandemonium. I guess they got everybody out of the pink. Okay, but they still carrying on out in the parking lot. Diamond is trying to get the niggas out the parking lot. Like, y'all take that shit off of the lot. Everybody go. Well, folks ain't going. We got old girl Pico, Pico's girlfriend, or actually, I guess the baby mama, she's pregnant. And she's all upset. Like, that nigga Murder is the one who killed Pico. Did you hear what he said? They pulled 30 rounds out of his chest. Like, she wants something to happen to Murder and all of this and all of that. Okay? I was just like, Lord, Murder about to have Blue. Murder about to have a price on his head for sure. So she telling Maine that he need to do something, and so it's about to be a mess with that. And then we see Big Bone, who still can't quite get that picture of Diamond in Mississippi kissing out of her head. Now she's looking at her phone and looking at a picture, and it's a picture of that ring. Okay. And people had decided that she probably was a part of that gang or so had something to do with either the mayor, Chuckalisa, the gang or something. So she just looking at that ring, and she kind of got the devil in her eyes. I was like, yeah, Big Bone fixing to be a problem. She looked real mad. I'd be mad too if I was about to lose Diamond. And then we see Mississippi. She goes into the back room, where the strippers get dressed and everything. And she just kind of looking around, little nostalgia or whatever. And then she picks up a lipstick tube and she writes down on the mirror, you'll always be my sisters. And then Uncle Clifford walks in like, oh, what are you doing? Like, you'll always be my sisters. Are you leaving? I said, Uncle Clifford been so out of the loop with everything that's going on. Suppose Uncle Clifford don't even know half the shit that's going on in her own club. So yeah, you just gonna leave without saying nothing, saying anything. And she was like, I didn't think you wanted to talk. And, Uncle Clifford was just like, girl, I know life is short. Life is unpredictable. Okay. We don't get too many second chances in this lifetime. So if you got a second chance right now, you know what, go on and live your life. Go fly. Okay. Go far, far, far away from here and do what you got to do. Okay. And don't let me ever see your beautiful face around here again. I was like, oh my God, is Mississippi leaving? Like, is she going to leave the show? Like, what is going on, Mississippi and Mercedes? I mean, we got to deal with Roulette and Whisper. They so rough around the edges. I mean, that Whisper is spooky and that Roulette is old mean ass bitch. I mean, I guess Mercedes was mean too. Oh no, we can't get rid of the stars now, can we? And then lastly, you guys, I forgot to tell you guys about this because I'm so over Andre and Autumn. But anyway, they go back to the house. They all hot and heavy kissing. Okay, they open the door kissing like they really fixing to get to it as soon as they get in there. And then the lights flick on and it's Andre's wife. And she was just like, oh, so this is your campaign manager? And Autumn just looked. I said, that's also her baby daddy. You don't know that part yet, though. So, child, that was it. I know this review was kind of, it maybe wasn't my best, child. It's a whole bunch going on. But I'm telling you, I'm so sad that the show is coming to an end next week. But actually, I am glad. But I'm also worried because where is the fucking renewal? That's all I'm going to keep on saying until it happens. All right, you guys, that's it. One down. Let me do Real Housewives so I can get this shit done. All right, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right, all right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.